All right. So as I begin this this next news article here, I really have to protest that we are referring to this woman as a copycat. And almost every single article that I found on Ground News, somewhere in there they had to say that this is a copycat, and it makes me mad because that is not what a copycat is. It drives me nuts. But we have Luigi Mangione's first copycat is already facing a $100,000 bond and up to 15 years in prison. A Florida woman was arrested for referencing Luigi Mangione over the phone. That is not copycat. One is shooting bullets, and the other is like, "You son of a bitch!" Like, that's not the same, you idiots. Whoever writes these articles needs to be shot out of a cannon.
Yeah. God.
The first person to invoke Luigi Mangione's alleged healthcare CEO murder and be arrested for it is facing a $100,000 bond and up to 15 years in prison if convicted. Brianna Boston, 42, was charged with threats to conduct a mass shooting or act of terrorism while allegedly saying delay, deny, depose, you people are next to her healthcare provider over the phone. She may have mixed up the three words written on the bullet shell casings fired at Brian Thompson, the deceased healthcare CEO, delay, defend, depose. Now, okay, what that means is she was on the phone and she said words, and now she's facing 15 years in jail.
Yep.
Let's get some more context on this, okay? All right. Florida Lakeland police arrested her for the perceived threat, which was allegedly made after her provider refused a claim. This potential invocation of violent extremism follows a nationally divided reaction to Mangione's manifesto, which laid out in detail the way parasitic healthcare companies are avoiding payouts. So, they refused her claim, and then she says, delay, deny, depose, you people are next. And then she's going to get 15 years for that. For 7 words.
Seems pretty excessive.
Yeah. Seems insane. Seems ridiculous. I'm honestly really shocked by this. This is absolutely insane. Lakeland Police Department contacted the FBI after Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield reported the threat on December 10th, 2024. Boston was arrested at her door and is being held at Polk County Sheriff's Office, according to Newsweek. News 11 reported that Boston admitted she used those words while on the phone and apologized. Well, yeah, I mean, she was angry and spoke out of turn. Florida woman breaks down in tears after she became the first Luigi Mangione copycat to be arrested. Whoever this dude is, Colin Rugg, fuck you. Brianna Boston, 42-year-old mother of 3, was arrested for making threats. We don't have the audio on this, but this is her explaining the charges to her, and she looks in disbelief and very upset, which, I mean, almost like this incredulous expression, unable to understand. Like, this is crazy, and I feel for her. I really do. Look at this piece of shit. We got her. We got her. They thought we couldn't get her, but we got her this time.
You know, I think that the right attorney could definitely argue that this is literally just free speech.
Yes.
Like, there was no actual credible threat made to any one person.
Right.
She didn't say, "I'm going to come get you. You are next because I'm going to come shoot you." Like, there was no actual threat. There was an implication of future. So I don't know legalese. So, but
all right. Ultimately, the arrest screams of paranoia and a show of force. The concern is Mangione will inspire similar acts of violence given how political his alleged motivations were and how he has garnered empathy from people who have faced similar strife with insurance providers. That's why we like him. We can decry his actions as more ethically bad. Not morally, ethically bad. But morally, Anthony Rickman, a lawyer, told Fox 13. And the thing is, too, the more people that morally agree with his actions, the less it becomes an ethical dilemma. That's how these things work, okay? If enough people in the country are like, actually, that's how it works. He believes it's an overcharge, which is a practice done to strong-arm defendants into plea bargains or to make a larger point. In reality, there's nothing in her communication that specifically says she's going to commit a mass shooting. I really, really hope, because this is probably what they're doing, is they're trying to scare her into accepting a lesser plea. and in a lesser charge, and that way they can actually have that as a prosecution. Then it's on the books that they can then arrest people for this.
Right. I was going to say they're not just trying to scare her. They're trying to scare everybody.
Yeah, they're trying to scare you.
They are trying to keep you scared.
Yep.
Because they know that the power is with the people, and people are starting to realize that. They're like, oh, shit. Do you see how people reacted to the CEO losing his life? Like, maybe these companies are actually a little bit afraid. This is more proof that they are afraid.
They're
Remember
terrified.
that. They are scared of you.
Yep.
They are scared of us.
Yep, absolutely.
As it should be.
Yeah, it's exactly as it should be.
How many of us can they jail before the people stand up and say, you know what? Like, these actions, we're not going to stand up for it. We're not going to take it.
We need to free this woman. Boston told police she does not own any firearms and is not a danger to anyone. And in her affidavit, reportedly said healthcare providers who play games are evil and deserve bad karma. Yes. Last time Blue Cross Blue Shield made headlines was just weeks before this incident, announced it would no longer cover anesthesia for full length of some surgeries. We were talking about this on the show not long ago. And they did reverse it. They absolutely did reverse it. And why did they reverse it? Probably because they knew if they didn't, there was going to be a lot of heat, and this is not the kind of climate.
Next.
They might worry about that sort of thing because, people are pissed. People are going crazy. They are driving people crazy, and that's the thing too. We have to remember that the impetus of this, the genesis of all this happening, is their behavior. It's not like, people just going crazy. No, it's their behavior is driving people mad and making them pissed off and willing to do something rash. This is just the latest in a long line of appalling behavior by commercial health insurers looking to drive up their profits at the expense of patients and physicians. This is in regards to the anesthesia. So Boston, a mother of 3, she's a mother. She's got 3 kids. With no criminal record, faces up to 15 years in prison for quoting Mangione in a moment of anger. Here's hoping prosecutors and cops see sense and let her off with a warning.
People should be taking to the streets and demanding that this woman be set free.
I agree. And, hoping prosecutors and cops see sense and let her off with a warning. No, they should let her go with an apology.
Exactly. Like, we are sorry that we put you through this ridiculous ordeal. Here's $10,000 for your troubles.
Yeah, please don't sue us into oblivion.
Jesus.
This is insane. This is what drives me crazy about this. We're so neutered. We're so cucked by the law, by the government in this country.
And by comfort.
But no, it drives me nuts because, you really think about it. We have a dysfunction in our relationship with power. We really do. We fetishize these goddamn politicians. We make them into rock stars or saviors or people that we need to hold up as lauded. They work for us. They wanted the job. They had to sell us on it. They work for us.
We were the ones who put them into the positions that they're in, not the other way around.
We gave them the power.
Yes.
Same thing with the cops. Same thing with the fucking cops. With all these people, they work for us. We are so dysfunctional that we don't understand that is how power works. We have allowed them to take it, and now we've allowed them to tell us that they own it, not us. So this whole thing is disgusting. This poor woman, this poor mother needs to be paid out by the state and apologized to for this kind of shit. And I'll tell you one more thing is that the longer we allow people to continually abuse us in this manner, first healthcare companies that we are forced to engage with, and now the law and the prosecutorial body of this whole area allowing this to happen, the more they push us, the more people are going to be pissed.
I do have a question, and I think that it's a question about this whole story that bears asking because it brings up the whole point of how all of this came to be. How did the police get involved?
Oh, because the insurance company cried to them about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The insurance company decided to call the police.
Yeah.
The big scary insurance company was terrified of this poor woman, poor mother of 3.
Mother of 3 with no guns, no criminal record.
This is what she said, and here's the audio recording, and here's her address, and this is how much she pays us a month. Get fucked.
You fucking pussies. You absolute pieces of shit. Grow the fuck up.
This is how they behave. This is how these corporations behave. And the only thing that they care about is increasing their corporate margin the profit.
It's bananas. It's so bananas. Silly old world, isn't it? Hey, everybody. Thanks very much for watching Nightly News this morning with Jeff and Matt. We want to make sure that you
like, subscribe, comment, share. Check us out.
Check out the Patreon, things like that. All the good stuff. We try to be live on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, if possible, on my main channel and also on Twitch. And hopefully we will see you there.